Going on, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got the end of day 3 review for the India versus South Africa test match. We've only got about 1 day to go. We're going to have about 1 more day to go in this test match, day 4. It all comes down to day 4. We've got a few things to talk about though from day 3. It was an eventful day of cricket for both teams. RISHAB Pant scores an incredible ton. Virat Kohli yells at the stumps. South Africa bowled terrific. So there's a bit to go through. But hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. We do daily cricket videos and other such on the channel. But hey, let's get straight into it. Where did we leave off yesterday? I think Kohli and Pujara were out there. Pujara gone for 9. Disappointing. Kohli 29 off 143. I mean, he is just grinding and grinding every run he could. 29, unfortunately, you know, it doesn't matter how many balls you face. If you only score 29, that's what really matters in the end of the day. So, unfortunately, look, you have to give full credit to how South Africa are bowling. Jansen, Ngidi, Rabada, Olive, whatever you want to call him, even Maharaj at times. You know, they're bowling terrific, South Africa, and they deserve a lot of credit for that. Rahane, yeah, I think it's his time. I think this might be one of the last few times we see Rahane in 2022. Now, look, the selectors love Rahane. They love to just give him a little kiss on the head and say, we're always going to pick you. I would keep Pujara because I don't think test number 3s don't grow on trees. You know, and I don't think there is anyone who is banging down the door to replace Pujara. I think you can easily replace Rahane with Shreyas Iyer. I think that's a straight swap. You could even, you know, if you want to keep Mayank Agarwal when they have Rohit Sharma back, you put Rohit at the top and then you put Agarwal all the way down here at 5. I don't mind it. Even someone like Shaw or Gill. I mean, because, you know, you've got all these talented young... Well, Agarwal isn't young, but Shaw and Gill, they're so young, but there's no position to open the batting for India with Sharma and Rahul. So I wouldn't be opposed in the future if instead of Rahane, it's between Iyer, Gill, Agarwal, Prithvi Shaw battling for number 5. Yeah, I definitely think Rahane's time is probably up, though. I think most people would agree. RISHAB Pant, it came in under so much pressure. He started really, really slow. Well, not really slow. That's not the right word for RISHAB. But it looked like he was going to play a simple test innings. And then out of nowhere, just started smacking boundaries, really, really attacking and putting lots of pressure back on the bowlers when it seemed like South Africa were going to tumble India for under 150 at one point. RISHAB, he was losing lots of wickets alongside him. It just wasn't enough. Other than RISHAB's 100 and Virat's 29, it's just not good enough from this Indian batting lineup. You know, Rahul they only had 3 batsmen to have 10 runs or more. And other than that, they only had 2 batsmen past 29. I mean, it's just not good enough from Rahane, Pujara, Agarwal, Rahul, Ashwin. I don't want to be too unfair on Ashwin because he's been the hero for this team a lot of times. But, you know, he is someone who can provide a lot of runs down the order. Lord Shuttle Takua, we all love the bloke. You bring him on and he takes a wicket, but he's just got to work on his batting. He's just got to start making a few runs. You know, if Ashwin if Takua especially can start making a 30 every innings, you know, a 30 plus, that 30 runs would be so important to India right now. But not to be. Yadav gone for a duck. Shami gone for a golden egg. Well, golden egg, just an egg. Bumrah gone for 2, and it left RISHAB stranded, not out on 100. When he was on 99, he skipped the crease and tried to smack it. I thought, this bloke is insane. Thank goodness he got that 100 because it was looking scary at times that he was going to throw away his wicket. He does it so often. He gets into the 90s and then he throws away his wicket. I was nervous, but it's good to see him get it. He deserves it. He's, you know, for someone of his age, you know, to have tons in Australia, South Africa, England, you know, not many people, not many number 6s who are keepers in the world do that. I can't think of any other keeper in the world at the moment. I mean, De Kock's retired. Obviously, Carey hasn't done that. RISHAB, I mean, we're speaking about him. Butler hasn't done that for England. Well, I don't think he has. Yeah, I mean, he's... You probably have to go if he is the best keeper batsman in the world, wouldn't you? Unless I'm missing... Oh, hold on. Well, who did New Zealand keep with? I mean, teams are always changing their keeper, but... No, he doesn't keep anymore. I'm trying to think of the New Zealand team who currently keeps, but New Zealand switch their keeper all the time. I just can't remember. The bowlers... I'll edit that out. Rabada, he's world class. 3 for 53 off 17. Dwayne Oliver, none for 38 off 10. He reminds me a lot of a Cameron Green. You can just put him in, give the other bowlers a rest. You can put him in for 8 to 10 overs, and he's going to give you consistent bounce, pace, just all around really, really good bowling. That's who he reminds me of a lot, Olivier. Jansen, this guy's going to be a superstar. I would love to see him get picked up in an IPL auction or, maybe in the BBL next season. I think he would suit Australian pitchers a lot. Maybe not India. I don't think teams are crying out for a Marco Jansen, but, tall, left arm, seam, pace, bounce, great action bowlers do not grow on trees. I've said it already on his debut, but he reminds me so much of Mitchell Starc. The way he angles in the ball, just the way his pure pace and his ability to move the ball is outstanding. 4 for 36 off 19. He is a special talent. Ngidi, 3 for 21 off 14. Just really economical. And Keshav Maharaj, I don't think he's taken a wicket this entire series. None for 33 off 7 for Maharaj. It brought South Africa to the crease with a target of 212 to get the win. Up in the air about it. I mean, you say they have 212 to chase. You think that's a decent target India set. They would have loved to set 250 plus. They didn't, so you have to move on. 212 is a scenario. At that point, it's probably a throw-up. Who knows? The bowlers have to start well, or the batsmen have to start well, and that'll decide the game. South Africa, at the end of days, played 2 for 101. I mean, you've only got to look at the live win probability. 72% for the Proteas, 27% for India to win, 0.5% for a draw. That's not going to happen. But India, the massive underdogs going into this fourth day's play. Markram going for 16. Dean Algar going for 30, the captain. Just really good bowling from both of these boys. Keegan Peterson, 48. I mean, this guy is just as impressive. He's been super. I mean, if you've been watching my daily reviews on this entire series so far, you guys know that I'm currently a big fan of Peterson and Jansen. Two just really, really impressive talent out of South Africa. And it just impresses me a lot how South Africa, they've gone through a bit of a bleak period with Faf, leaving. Obviously, Morkel leaving over the years. Jack Cullis leave. Like, all of these guys retiring now. De Kock's retired. Chris Morris is now retired. From Test cricket, that is. So, look, they've lost a lot of players over the last couple of years, and they've been going through a kind of a rebuild phase, and they've done it really well. I know they're on home soil, so it's a lot easier for these players to develop, but super impressive. Vern Dusen, what am I saying? He hasn't batted yet. So they got the wicket out just before stumps, which obviously brought it into stumps. It'll be Vern Dusen and Peterson to continue of day 4. The bowlers, Bumrah, Shami, both with a wicket each. Ashwin bowling 6 overs. Well, that was just to get through overs, fair enough. Takua, Yadav. I mean, Lord Shuttle, India need him to take wickets. They need early wickets. This test match will be over before the end of the first session's play, to be honest. If South Africa haven't lost a wicket by the end of the first session of day 4, South Africa will win. If India can take 2 to 3 early wickets, they're in with a massive chance to go on and win this test match. This is test cricket. This is why it's the best format of cricket. Hey, that is going to cap it off, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What day 4 will unfold. But hey, that's going to cap it off, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.